Tune into the Dev Hall show, y'all. Y'all know your girl Saud when they don't play with Saud. Tune into the show. This is not my first restaurant. I started off at Cadillac Slim. I actually started off at my grandmother's house, right on 3045 North Stillman Street.
Okay.
Long time. Well, just selling dinner for my son and them, basketball and football and the kids that couldn't afford to travel and do different things in the summertime. I used to just sell dinners for the kids.
Right.
That's how it started off.
Now, by you making that transition from selling dinner for the kids, did you get a lot of supporters, which made you open the store?
No, it actually started off as a joke. For real. I started cooking. Like I said, I started off with doing it for the kids. But then I always did hair. So, like, this is not even my real profession, and I'm good at everything that I do. Like, I opened my first salon at the age of, like, 18.
Okay.
But, and that was in South Carolina. Then
No, you say salon as far as hair salon, like cosmetology?
Cosmetology hair salon. And when I came to Philly 16 years ago, when I came back to Philly, because I'm from Philly.
Okay.
But I moved to South Carolina. So when I moved to South Carolina, then I came back and I moved back here because they killed my son's father and everything. So the day I buried him was the day I left. The day of his funeral was the day I left. Same day. Never went back. Okay. I left everything. I left all my businesses. I left all my property, home, everything.
So it was like a fresh start.
I left everything there. Like, I just left it. Just got a house built from the ground, 5 acres, all that. So everything that a lot of people impress people, it don't really impress me because I done already had just about everything I can want out of life.
Right.
So that really don't. A lot of stuff don't impress me. Mm-hmm. Like now, like I just live for my son, like for real. And like other people, like I always been a giver. I get being a giver from like my family because it's always been like my grandfather, my grandmother. Like I grew up in the house with them. Mm-hmm. Like my grandma took me from my mom when I was a baby. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I grew up in a house full of people, and even though we had a whole lot of people in our house, my grandmother still took in all my uncle and them friends, all me. So that's where I get that family thing from. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, did you expect the turnout that you had? Now, like I say, I know you say you're a giver.
Well, I was prepared for like 700. I'm gonna say like 700 kids, easy. Mm-hmm. And I know it was way more than that. I'm sure it was over 800 toys given away. Cause like I said, Milano came down. She bought 57, so they gave 50, added 50 more. Right. It was guys jumping out like beans and them jumping out of trucks, bringing bikes. People was jumping out the day of the event, bringing bags. And I wanted to say this too. A lot of people bashed me when I did the thing for my son prom. A lot of Muslim people bashed me and a lot of regular people bashed me. But the crazy part about it, I had a lot of behind the scenes Muslims helping me. They just didn't want to be on camera. They didn't want no, like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people helped out. I feel like this city like really came together to do a lot of stuff. Like, I spent a lot of money out my own pocket, but to see people come like Andrea, you know, she started it all. I think Tracy, he from the neighborhood, he was the first one to put something in the box. He put like 4 or 5 things in the box for the kids. Then for like 2 days, it was nothing in the box.
And this is the box outside your store?
Yeah, the box outside. It was nothing in the box.
Okay.
The lady Andrea from the daycare center, she what's Andrea's Instagram? A Mother's Touch. Was it a Mother's Love? I think it's a Mother's Touch daycare center. She bought 16 bikes out. I ain't know this woman from a can of fucking paint. She came out this. Listen, if you look at my Instagram, none of this shit is scripted. Now, Mika shit be scripted, y'all. I ain't lying. Mika shit be scripted.
Right.
Nobody, I never knew this woman, never heard of her, never seen her. She came out, I went outside, they said somebody outside got some bikes. I saw 4 or 5 bikes on the paper. I was like, oh my God, somebody bought me down some bikes. And it started off as popping, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
While I'm in the midst of talking to her, people keep riding up with bikes, coming up with bikes. I'm like, what the fuck is these bikes coming on? There's more bikes.
Right.
Next thing you know, she got more bikes. I'm like, shit. I turn around, I'm like, where's these bikes coming from? She pulled them out her van, her daycare van. She had a whole fucking U-Haul full of bikes, y'all. I was like, well, who the hell is you?
Right.
She's like, I ain't nobody. I'm just somebody that want to help out. I see what you're doing. It's something that I wanted to do, and this is what it is.
Now, is that the lady that you had on Instagram?
I had her on Instagram.
Right.
Not only that, she came back and gave me another stick. She said, how many bikes you got? I said, I think I got like 60-something bikes
60.
now. She was like, because my cousin was buying bikes. Like, my whole family was buying bikes. Like, other people was buying bikes. people is bringing down bikes. So she was like, how many bikes you got? And I said 60 something. She came down, bought me another $1,000. Go get some more bikes. I went and got a whole another $1,000 worth of bikes. It was crazy. Then there was this other lady. It's like Buttons. What's her name? Cause she didn't want her face on Instagram.
Okay.
And she came and bought me $500. She bought me 30 gift certificates. Her name's the Button Princess.
Okay.
She came and bought that down. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I was like, so right then, that's when I knew, like, this is a movement. Like, everybody's getting involved. Like, it's just touching a lot of people. My whole thing is, 3 years ago, I can't say I got no sad fucking story to say, like, I was a kid, my mom was, like, in the streets. So my mom didn't raise me. My grandparents and my uncles didn't raise me. So, this is what I'm going to say. I don't know how to say this. I never wanted for nothing. I always been blessed to be a fortunate child. It was like, when I was at the age of 15, 16, I had real diamonds on my fingers, like 2 carats and 3 carats on my hand, like going to not even high school, whatever. What's before high school? Middle school. I was in middle school with carats on my hand. Like, I didn't even know the meaning of it. But I knew it was something that's special that for me, or like special necklaces with diamonds in it. And I didn't even know the value of it, like back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I had all that. So, like, so many things, my uncles and them was like my man. So many things don't impress me because I got all this stuff I don't even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because a lot of people, I don't mean to cut you off, but a lot of people, you said everything don't impress you. Now, I feel as though people reach out and go back and say, you know what, this lady has a nice heart because by you being in North Philly, you know the environment that is in North Philly, the poverty. People look at it like, well, a lot of blessings need to come her way. Now, how do you feel about that? Because you say none of this oppresses you, or you had this before, or things in that sort.
No, I'm talking about when I say nothing impressed me, it impressed me for people to come reach out and bring things. And I'm talking about people was bringing bags. I'm talking about my niece that worked for me, Mika. She had at least 3 of her friends come down with truckloads of stuff. Like, listen, like, when I say, like, I'm already so blessed, like, 3 years ago, I had a stroke. I had the cancer. Like, everything was back to back. I've never been sick a day in my life. Never been in the hospital. The stroke, the cancer. Then I had the, start having seizures. Didn't know what was wrong with me. To this day, they still don't know why this shit was happening. I couldn't do nothing on my left side at all. So, as you know, I don't care how much money you got. When you ain't got no money coming in and all your money just going out, eventually your ass gonna get broke. I don't care who you is. So, after that, like, I had to stop doing my thing at the house or whatever 3 years ago. So, I couldn't do nothing. So, I'm stuck. So, now I'm depending on other people like my family, like, which they don't look at it like that. But, like, me, I got a real close-knit family. But my family took care of me. My family helped me. My family, it was all about my family. But, see, a lot of things, some things that my family didn't know, that's Money snoring. He's snoring like a man. A lot of things that a lot of people don't know about me, everybody think everything's just all good for me and just comes straight good for me. But it was like, I had to stress about things. I know what it feel like. I never knew hardship until then. I will say that materialistically or money-wise, I never needed anything until 3 years ago. After I got sick, I knew what it felt like for my water to be cut off. I knew what it felt like for my heat to be off. I knew what it felt like for my electric to be off. See, unless you've been through something, nobody would know what this struggle mean on why I did what I did. Every fucking body that fucking donated something, they knew what this meant. Like, they knew what this meant. If you ain't from the hood, you don't understand it. If you ain't never had no struggle, you don't understand it. Because I probably wouldn't understand it if it was somebody else. Like, I'm like, well, dang, why they doing all that? So I wanted my 1-year anniversary to be real special to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really took money from my...
When you say 1-year anniversary...
For hair.
Right.
Like, when I came back to work, because people, when I tried to go back to work and people call that so trying to get me shut down and all this stuff when I was doing it at my house, tried to get me shut down and everything. So I shut myself down before they could even shut me down. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, I wouldn't even give myself a bad, you know what I'm saying, like that or whatever. So they pushed me to get a store. So all the haters, every time somebody hate on me, it come back to me a different type of blessing. That's the funny part with me. You know what I'm saying? And when I got this store on 22nd Street, the owner was like, I see something in you. She was like, you just so genuine. She was like, nope, you ain't got to give me X, Y, Z. I said, yes, I am. She was like, no, you don't have to do it. I said, yes, I do. She's like, no, I'll fix this. I'll do this. I'll do that. The woman went above and beyond for me. She's like, I see something in you that you probably don't even see in yourself. She said, you're going to be a millionaire one day. I was like, I already did that. I said, right now, I just want to be happy. I don't want to worry about bills. And I'm not rich and I don't have no lot of money, so we ain't going to get that twisted. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And I really don't. Like, I make sure I pay my son tuition, make sure I do what I'm supposed to do. I just want to be comfortable. I don't have to have millions and millions of dollars. I'm like, who don't want to have it? But, like, I still think I would live in a regular house. I think I would still live like somewhere regular, doing some regular shit because I already did all that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you have plans on like adding another store or additional locations?
Yeah, I want. That's what I do want. I want a big store, and I done saved the money for my food truck twice and almost done got to my goal and then spent it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I seen you
and I did that because this is what I wanted to do, something big for the community, just to show them I appreciate them. Because let me tell you something. 3 years ago. Like, I'm not gonna say 3 years, I'm gonna say 2 years ago, I ain't had no fucking money. I'm talking about $0 fucking dollars. And y'all can take it for what it's worth, but I had $0 fucking dollars 2 years ago. So I'm gonna tell y'all that. And that's some real shit, like, for real. I had no money. When I opened up my store here on 22nd Street, everybody in their mother, when I say the line was all the way down the street, like I was giving out something free, like when I say like I was giving out something free, that shit is real to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say it's real, it's real. My community came out and showed me love. I never looked back. I never looked back to needing to pay a bill. I caught up on all my bills. I paid back everybody who I owed any money to. All that shit. So what I did the other day, that wasn't for no attention. That wasn't for nobody to be like, oh, she did this, she did that. Oh, she did this. It wasn't for none of that. It was strictly because anything I do it about the kids. So that really meant a lot to me the other day what I did. And it came out just how I wanted it to come out. Because when I opened my store up, every bill that I had needed to pay or whatever, I caught up on. Everything that I wanted to do, I did. I wanted to make sure my son went to school, everything. So all that shit and every little detail from everybody thinking I was crazy, like I want the candy canes to have a certain bow, I want this to do this, I want that to do that. Everything came out perfectly, and it was for them fucking kids. Now, all the negative shit, what people think, if you ain't never been through shit, you would never know, because y'all, a lot of people don't know what it feel like for your community to come to you and them kids to knock on my door. A lot of people don't know what it is for the kids in my neighborhood. Like, see, because everybody think that I just started doing this. I ain't just started doing this. This is what I want y'all to know. No, I ain't just started doing this. I've been doing this for over 10 years for these kids. Y'all only know it because of the fucking camel. Yeah. The camel made it. Now everybody know about Saud. But people in this area, in the North Philly area, anywhere from 35th Street all the way down to probably 22nd Street, they know me already. They know that this is what I do.
Oh, genuine.
They know that it's genuine. So it kind of like when I get on Instagram, I'm ranting and I'm mad or whatever, and I'm getting on there and I say something. No, I really be feeling some type of way because you really don't know me and you really judging me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you ain't never been, I'm going to say it again. If you ain't never been through nothing, you wouldn't understand what I did and why I do it and how I do it. And like I said, I took that money from a special place in my heart, something that I didn't have to do. But when people get on there and they bash me and be like, oh, why couldn't you get vouchers or why couldn't you do things? And my son seen me crying. He was like, Mom, don't you stop your joy because this is what you wanted to do. My son said the other day to me, when I was dancing and I was jogging down the street, my son started crying. My son was like, Mom, you probably didn't even notice it, but you was like jogging almost. He like, Mom, you couldn't do that 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. So that meant a lot to me. Mm-hmm. Like when I say it meant a lot to me. And like to see these kids, I don't know if you've seen the videos or you've seen the way I was flattening. Them kids were so grateful. It was this one little boy. He was like 8 years old. No lies, y'all. He was like 8 years old. And I don't even know the little boy's name. But it was so much going on. I wanted to get his name and his address and stuff so I can go back and see him. But it was too much going on. And he was like 8 years old. He had two of his little brothers. One had to be 3 and one had to be 4. Or either they was really close. This little boy, he said, I said, what you want for Christmas? He was like, I came to get my little brother something for Christmas. I said, you came to get your little brother something for Christmas? You ain't grown. You get something for Christmas too. I said, so I asked the little boys, I said, what they want? I said, what y'all want? I said, y'all want to go in the toy house or y'all want to, I said, y'all want to go in Saudi Claus or y'all want to go get a bike?
I remember.
You remember carrying them?
He was carrying one of them.
Listen, he said, I want to get bikes. Two of his little brothers got bikes. I said, well, you could get a bike too. He said, I can get a bike too. I said, you could get a bike too. All three of them, you should have seen them struggling trying to carry their little stuff. Like, they was just trying to carry stuff. See, y'all don't know what it is. Like, this shit is real. Like, when I say that shit is real with these kids, this shit is real. There's so many kids in our neighborhood. What made me want to do bikes, the 100 bikes, I thought that 100 bikes was going to be a lot of bikes. But it really wasn't a lot of bikes. I really need like 500 bikes for real. And that's going to be my goal next year. Is going to be 500 bikes. To have me have 500 bikes and me have some other stuff. Because, yes, I did feel bad that every kid couldn't get a toy. Or I felt bad that every kid couldn't. You know what I'm saying? But, listen.
So this is going to be ongoing? Like it's going to be a second annual?
I don't know if it's going to be ongoing. But I know that I would do it again. And I started not to do it again. After the negative responses that I got from people, because I'm like, how could you find something negative in this? Like, how?
But you know
like,
what?
Y'all didn't see what I said. And last year at my house, because I live, everybody probably know where I live at or whatever, but where I live at, it was like 2 or 3 kids that had bikes. And it was like 10 kids behind them taking turns with their bikes. So that's what made me want to do bikes. You know what I'm saying?
Now, as far as now, like you said, I'm pretty sure, you're old enough to realize this. If you're doing something positive, you're going to get a lot of hate. Now, you made the shade room twice, or I don't know how many times, but I've seen it twice. Everyone knows you as the camel lady or the camel mom.
They call me the camel mom.
The camel mom. Now, what was the reason behind that? If you don't mind me asking, because, some people don't know.
Everything that's been being done, it stems from when I was sick. Like I told you, I never knew struggle until I got sick. I never knew what it was to be struggle, had to worry about a bill or nothing else until I was a year in and they had no money and had nothing after a year. Like, just imagine a year and you still got the same bills and everything for a whole entire year. And you don't got no income coming in.
And this is adding
up. You fucked up.
Right. I can understand that.
You
so it seemed like you just, like...
And I seen my son, all I asked my son to do was get good grades, be respectful. That's all I asked my son to do in life. Even to this day. Like, I don't want you working. I don't want you doing nothing right now. My son want to get a job. He want to do this. I'm too old to be doing this, that. My son still, to this day, his grades is immaculate. I don't have to worry about that. That's something that I don't have to worry about. Like, it's crazy for a lot of people out here. People just act like they don't see it or they act like they don't know. But shit is
well, people do know, because I didn't know. Listen, when I say I pay attention, like, I'm not just someone, oh my God, she's popping, let me follow the trend. Like, I seen the Deion Waiters situation. I seen him write you, and you put it on your page as far as the...
And the crazy thing about it with Deion, like, I didn't dare share what he personally wrote me. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I just put that on there, what was public. But when he did me or whatever, that was some real shit. Like, it's like whatever it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he a real nigga. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. So, like I say, like, the hate, you can isolate that, because you have a lot of different people that's giving you recognition. A lot of people, like you said, that endure the struggle. They endure poverty. And they want to see a change, especially everything, all the murders and everything that's going around in the city.
Listen,
you have someone that's positive as African American.
I had a lady that told me that when I say it's a lady, right? I never met her a day in my life. Her name is the Crab Lady. The Crab Lady, what she is? The Crab Lady 11 or something like that? I never knew this woman a day in my life. I swear to God. I was thinking she was crazy as hell. She crazy. I said, I'm going to be like her when I get older. She crazy. But you can tell when people been through some things. Me and this lady cried on the phone together the first time we was on the phone. I seen a post of her. She like, this stuff is for Saudi Claus. Like, she at the store. She got 2 shopping carts full of stuff at the store. I'm seeing on her Instagram. I'm like, who is this lady? She like, yeah, the Crab Lady. So I wound up getting in touch with them, DMing her, whatever. Come to find out, this lady got her own situations. How do you got time to worry about what's going on with I'm doing and going to do all this stuff for me? So it was like, if you ain't been through nothing, you ain't seen nothing. I called the costume guy, what is it? Bouncy Wheels. I called him to ask him how much is the Santa suits. I want to get the Santa suits. I want to get some other stuff for the kids. I mean, like, you know, costume stuff. I said, how much is it? He was like, well, it's X, Y, and Z. He gave me the price for everything I want. I was like, all right, I want to get all of that. Now, I'm calling him, asking him for prices, saying that I want this stuff. You know what this man told me at the end of our conversation? I'm donating it all to you. I was like, what? Like, I started laughing. I'm like, why? He's like, because you're the only person that came to me wanting to pay for something. And, like, normally people come asking me for donations and be like, all right, we doing X, Y, and Z, asking for donations. And he was like, he's like, you was willing to pay for it. When I told you they bought so much stuff out here, it was a lady that, what's her name, Kira?
Which one?
Her name is Tanika. I call her Tanika, but I don't know her Instagram name. Her name is Tanika. This woman she came here to drop something off for her sister, the Button Princess, right? She came to drop something off for her sister. And I didn't know that she decorated, so she just came to drop something off and keep it moving. Don't you know this woman stayed out here at 4 o'clock in the morning decorating the whole front? Like, she's like, this ain't right. You ain't doing it right. She told the people move out the way. I'm like, who the hell is this damn lady? Somebody move out the way. And she did that. Like, she was like, nope, we want this chair. We want this to go like this. And she's like, you got all the stuff, so let's just do it. She went back home, her and her friend, and her little white friend. I was like, that lady know what she do? She like, listen, she go hard. She go hard when I go hard. Like, I'm like, well, how much I got to pay that? She like, you ain't got to pay her nothing. She like, I got it. She like, this is what we going to do. And damn if she didn't do it. Like, that's real to me. Like, a lot of people, like, they say stuff be real and they say stuff is real or whatever. But, like, you can tell when people genuine. The very next morning, she was like, where you at? You said you was going to be here early. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, where you at? She's like, in front of the store. Like, where's you at? We supposed to be decorating. You keep talking about you on it. You ain't on it. I'm like, I'm getting up right now.
Right.
Like, that's real to me. That's love to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I called my girlfriends up and well, actually, I ain't even call them up. They see, because you know everybody see me on social media or whatever.
They know your slogan. They know your slogan. Don't play with Saud.
Listen, when I say all my friends and all my family came out, my family was jumping out the cars with bike. My girlfriends and them was coming up with all different types of stuff. So that's like love to me. Like with other people treasure, I don't treasure stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like loyalty, love, all that stuff means something to me. All that other stuff, it don't really mean as much to me. You were very special to me. Do you know that? You know why you was very special to me?
And he on the body.
Look at her. Look at you on the body. You were very special to me, so I bought you something special, okay?
Oh,
it's a remote control.
It's kind of heavy.
It's really heavy. You were very special to me. You told me people pick on you in school and all kind of stuff. So you stop going to school. I want you to know you let nobody bully you, and you're going to be really smart, and you're going to be really, really, really thin. So I thought you were really like that. Okay? You're so sweet. And you're pretty. Don't you listen to what nobody say. You're very pretty. You hear me? Black is beauty. You hear me?
Oh my God.
And you can ride this. All you got to do is charge it up, and you can ride it anywhere you want.
All right, y'all. Hold up. Don't get up, because you stinky wet. Come here,
Let me
Saudi. I
take a
got to give you a hug. And it's stinking here.
Do you have a game station already?
No.
You like it?
Yes.
Yeah, you got a game. I don't know if you like wrestling or not, but I just wanted to spontaneously make a kid happy, okay? Don't you cry on me, because you're going to make me cry. All right, get your game. Can you take a picture with me? Sure you can.